Why? Because somebody else sold. That's a lot of work. That's not working smart. That's just working hard and keeping busy. Law number 3, be the only logical choice to help a homeowner. Definitively, I can say this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Trust and like, trust and like, trust and like. Doesn't matter your skill level. Doesn't matter how much you know about real estate. Doesn't matter how much you know about the foreclosure process in your state. Does not matter. Does not matter if you know about short sales. Doesn't matter if you know about equity. None of that stuff matters. It's not how good you are with your paper. Trust and like. Trust and like. That's all it is. Oh, I overcome objections. Great. You know what? Nobody cares. Trust and like. That's all a homeowner today wants. They want to trust you and they want to like you. And it's simple. It's a skill all of you possess. And law number 4, leverage the market conditions. All right, so I've got all the agents door knocking, cold calling, and mailing on a limited inventory while prices are sky high. Okay? I've now lost the internet to Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, Trulia, Rex. Just keep naming lists, right? So I can't compete on the internet. There's no way you've got the budget to compete with anybody who. I saw this on a mail campaign because I watch other webinars. I'm a marketing guy at the end of the day. I believe in numbers. I was reading something about mailers. This guy uses predictive data as an investor and sends out, and this is no joke, 1 million pieces, right, to get the 1% result. To get just a phone call, not even a face-to-face appointment. He's just looking for a phone call, the 1%, the phone call. To me, that's crazy. 1 million pieces just to get a phone call. Here's the reality. If I know all these things are out there, and I think we can all agree, we know this is happening. Okay, we know that we're in a non-owner occupied environment. We know the investors are behaving like active agents trying to get the listings and cutting us out of the deals. They've all got the budget. They're all out there, and this is really happening to all of us. Okay? We need to leverage this situation. We need to change the way we do our business model. We need to work in a niche and become a specialist within that niche and keep it as simple as possible. This is Steve Hawks, one of the top agents in Las Vegas, Nevada. He called the Monster Marketing System one of the most effective systems on the market. Anybody can reach people with this system. You can connect with people. You can reach 1,000 homeowners a week, but what good is it if you do not connect? And I agree. All right, so step 1, which is why you want to show up early to this webinar, we selected 36 homes, right? Step 2, we're going to place the marketing directly onto the property. And step 3, we're going to meet with homeowners. You must meet face-to-face with a homeowner to get a listing. There's no other way around it. In my opinion, I think one of the elements that helps really change the game, at least for online real estate, at the end of the day, I still think that people want face-to-face and they want a human connection when it comes to real estate. Okay, certainly it helps with my referral base. This is Nino Sabroso, who got his first 2 listings within 10 days of using Monster Marketing in the Corona area. All right, so let's start. All right, work smart and work hard. Work smart, not hard, right? When I created the Monster, I was living in Oceanside, California. My ex-wife and daughter still live in San Marcos. I am a single father, so my time is about my daughter, right? So my territory was Oceanside, Vista, and San Marcos. So I'd work in a straight line. So I would do one of these webinars, work with my coaching students, then I'd go to pick up my daughter and then take her to gymnastics. So I wanted to create effective marketing where I wasn't out all day knocking on doors. I wanted to be able to put out marketing on my time, right? That's a work smart, not hard situation. To and from, just drop it off, doesn't matter the time of day. I need the seller to contact me. Does that make sense? This is permission-based marketing. Those of you who know nothing about marketing, another man I'd like to call mentor and friend, Seth Godin, wrote Permission Marketing. Permission marketing is, I want the seller to invite me to their house. I guess you guys would understand it more as a qualified lead or a referral. That's the way we've been taught it. But I'm a permission-based marketing guy. So I'm going to physically place marketing on the property. I can do it any time of day or night, right? So I'm going to select an area that works in a path. So I'm going to assume in Mark's case, Northridge is your backyard, that you live in the area, right? So always work and make sure that you have 36 properties that you can go and market to. I'm fortunate. This gives me a wide range. Oceanside, Carlsbad, high-end, coastal properties, Vista, tear down, fix and flips, San Marcos, median price homes. Go over to Escondido, which has got a little bit of everything. So you always want to work a wide range of properties. Give yourself a chance. Don't just work high-end. Don't work just low-end. Market to everything. Just make sure that it's in a straight line. Pick a couple of cities. Make sure that they're to and from your office or to and from the kids' school. Work smart, not hard. Identify 36 properties per week. Got it? I don't want you out there for hours and hours. You're only going to put out 36 marketing pieces. Just a few hours. Okay? Now, you're going to make a map. This is step 2. We're going to go place the marketing on the property. I do not knock on doors. I do not meet with homeowners. I have a pre-formatted marketing piece that will prompt the homeowner to call for more information. That marketing piece will either be placed on the mailbox, the front door, or the garage door. This is why I can do it day or night. Doesn't matter. I'm not knocking on the door. I'm not trying to meet the homeowner. I'm trying to be different. I want them to find the marketing piece, right? This pre-formatted marketing piece, print it out. It's got an 800 number. It's going to prompt them to call for more information. The call will go to a call center. The call center will explain that Lee wants to come over and talk about their alternatives to foreclosure, right? And to schedule an appointment. I will then receive an email from my call center with an appointment, their email address, their cell phone, and a complete copy of the transcript so I know what they talked about and what their concerns were. And then I will go and meet with the homeowner and deliver to them, right, a package of information regarding their foreclosure, their alternatives to foreclosure, information about, putting together their loan mod, whatever it is. I'm also going to take a listing presentation with me. I'm going to take valuations of their property. I'm going over there with the intent of getting the listing. But first and foremost, my message, I'm here to help you. What is it that I can do to help you? What are you working on right now? What's the last thing the bank said to you? That's it. I'm creating a relationship. And it's relationships that get me listings. And that's currently how I'm getting all of my listings right now. Simple enough, straightforward enough, rinse, repeat each week. Thanks, Janet, for raising your hand. Did that make sense? Any questions right here? Cruising right along very well. In fact, it's a statistical fact that we get listings based on this method. This is Susan Sayedi as a brand new realtor, brand new. License wasn't even dry, like the ink wasn't even dry on the license when she got her listing. She got her first listing within 3 weeks. I don't know what it was like when you first got into real estate. Do you guys even remember that? How long they said it would take for you to get your first listing? She got her first listing within 3 weeks of using the Monster Marketing System. Yeah, I have a call center that purifies the call, Mark. Does that make sense? So what I'm doing is I'm putting a marketing piece that drives them into the call center. Call center basically is the filter, right? So if it's negative or positive, they're always getting a call center response, right? So now I'm not a slave to my phone. We've all heard the take all your calls kind of thing. And that redirects them back to me, and I'm only getting the results. Joe, are you primarily working NOTS, homeowner specifically? No, I'm not. I'm taking notice of default and notice of trustee sales. I realized that our last listing came off an NOD. So that's kind of it. Joe, think of it this way. I do work NODs, but think of it this way, Joe. If you're just doing it as a numbers game, right? For whatever area. Tell me what area you're in. If you're doing it just as a numbers game, you're just going to run into people who go, yeah, I'm tired of this. That's the reality. I'll put it out this way to you, Mark. We saw 91 people in Northridge, right? Isn't it safe to assume that out of 91 people, Let's just go with the lowest number, a really low number. There's 1 to 5 people that are just kind of shrugging and going, I'm going to lose this. Brentwood, Northern California, Brentwood and Contra Costa. If you're going to do Brentwood, Joe, I would come down off we're talking the Brentwood, right? Like West Los Angeles Brentwood. I'd come down from Brentwood and go out along the coast, and I'd suck up all the areas. Just give yourself a chance. They exist. They exist, right? Their attorneys seem to tie up a little bit more, so you're basically becoming. We have what's called the what's your plan B? Does that make sense? Oh, so you're working with an attorney and you're forestalling your foreclosure. That's great. What's your plan B? Does that make sense? How to do it? When you're talking about that caliber of client, that's what you become. You become the plan B guy. Contra Costa. Wow. Is there? No, there's a Brentwood. Oh, thank God. Thought you wanted me to do the other Brentwood. Want me to look it up? Contra Costa County, right? Why not take a look? Let's take a look at this. I'm interested in this. I got a second right here. Okay. Sorry. I didn't know there was more than one Brentwood in this world. Talking like a true Southern California guy. Mark, were you with me? Did that make sense? Right? Let's start with Brentwood it is. Okay. Include. Make it simple for yourself. Always start. This is the way I check any area before I tag it. I don't even pull the NOD or NOS data first. I pull bank-owned properties first. If there aren't bank-owned properties, don't tag the area. So first and foremost, let's see how many bank-owned properties. It'll be the first line here on the right. There's 28. They actually foreclose in this area. Okay, that's a good one. Then we're going to remove the bank-owned. Going to do auction and notice of default. It's just the terminology. It is notice of sale, by the way, for you, Mark. Right? We're California. Hit calculate. And for your area, there are 42. That's about 1 week's worth of work. That's 2.5 hours worth of tagging. Okay? Yeah, so here's the math on it, and I'll actually show you because I have statistics on it. There are 42 people. That means that 30 of them approximately are going to go to sale. 80% will not get a loan mod. They're not going to save their house. 80% are going to transfer title. The only question is, are they going to do it, or is the bank going to do it, or are you going to help them? So here's the logical question for everybody who's on this webinar. We just saw that there are 42 people. That's a really low number of marketing, right? Right, Joe? Everybody agree. That's a really low number, right? Of those 42 people, is it safe to assume that there's at least one person out of 42 who's just sick and tired of being sick and tired and of dealing with all the BS and the paperwork and the harassment? Safe to say there's one person like that, Joe? There's got to be one out of 42. That's generally my math on the topic, right? Oh, yeah, easily. But the idea is, if you're marketing to these people and your goal, everybody follow me, if your goal winds up becoming just marketing, if your goal just becomes marketing to find the one, you're going to find the one. We have one that we just got in Southern California. The woman is living in her garage. She just wants to get what little tiny bit of equity she has in the house out of it. She's not even living in the house. It's basically condemned. She's living in the garage, which is converted. It's crazy, right? That's the way it works. Janet McCarthy, hey, I like your style. Thank you. My area is Rancho Bernardo, Escondido, Carmel Valley, Mira Mesa. Are you overlapping? I am not. I'm not even in North County anymore. My ex-wife and daughter are still in San Marcos. The nearest agent that I have to you, Janet, is out on the coast doing Oceanside, Carlsbad, and Vista. And I don't think she actually does enough from my personal taste, because I just know